I'm in my final semester right now of my master's degree, and then I got to know a few of the things which I would like to share with y'all, which I believe will really be helpful. Over here in US, everything comes with an expiry. What I mean by that is your driver's license expires in a year, your student visa expires in that specific year, and basically you have to apply for an OPT, and even that basically expires after a year. So you need to be really on track of applying it beforehand, maybe 3 months ahead. So you need to keep planning and be on top of it all the time. And the harsh reality is that, my friends, over here or be it in Canada, students can only work for limited hours, which is 20 to 40, and that is if you get a residency, if you get a job in your class itself, like in your university or in your college. If not, it will be very difficult for even survival. You have your rent. I am posting another video soon after this one where I have just added an information from ChatGPT of all your expenses that you can see throughout the year, and that's only for a year, only for your food, for your rent and basic things. So make sure you're planning everything ahead of it, and committing that specific time. So if you're starting late, after, like I say, 28 or 30, then make sure you're giving another 4-5 years. So if you're having a well-settled job somewhere else in your home country, then think these things again. Is that what you're committing for, and is that what you're doing, and why exactly are you doing? Are you doing it to come settle here? Are you doing it to study? Are you doing it here for the experience? And also try, I've been saying this in all my videos, try to have fun, try to explore such places, try to go to different cities. But as a student, it'll be a little difficult because it's expensive. So try everything that you can. If this is actually aligning with your specific dream, try to live the life is supposed to be lived, right? So try to be happy each and every day and focus on your health. You can join gym, you can do swimming, you can basically focus on each and everything. Talking about your hours and everything, you'll have very, very, very packed schedule, like 60 hours a week, 40 hours a week, where you would have to work on your assignments, on your projects, and everything is online submissions. Or if you're going to like in class, then that's another story. You'll have travel. This place is so huge. Everywhere, each and everywhere you go, you need to travel and travel and travel. And if you're going to the more busier cities like New York, it's more difficult out there because you have to take subways, and there are chances that the subways might stop working. So make sure that you're planning everything ahead. Like these specific things, I personally didn't think through because I was so excited to move abroad. But I would recommend you definitely have ask these questions to yourself and do like and share my video if this is helpful, and keep tuned in. I have a lot of vlogs, but I don't really have a lot of informative videos just yet because I'm also on my end of student phase, and then I'm like actively looking for jobs, and I would like to share my job experience in the future, hopefully when I get a job. But yeah, try to work on your skills, on your certifications, and see what's coming for it. All the best. Hello, I've been meaning to upload this video about all the expenses that you can basically prepare for or think of before applying to any of the universities over here. Basically, I did like 3 degrees altogether. Once in Canada, which was 19,000 CAD, and then the other one was 24,000 CAD, and then the one over here is 26,000 USD. So you need to prepare yourself to give specifically 3 to 4 years in order to complete your studies and everything, and then be done with all the payments. And if there were any thing that you had taken from your home, if there was some money that you were supposed to be giving to one of your relatives, or loans or any such thing, you would need at least 3 to 4 years to surpass that. So it's not only an investment, but it is also a lot of commitment. So you would have to sit with your family and decide if that's the path that you want to take, because while you're as a student, it would be really difficult for you to just go on with the living expenses, the survival mode, as long as when you have the tuition tuition fees and things like that. So you really have to think that there is no way for you to go back home unless your parents are supporting you, and you really want to go visit them once a year or call them over here, because I've been applying for tourist visas and stuff, but that's again additional charges. So you have to mentally prepare with all the financial situation that you will be put in when you are all by yourself over here, with no source of income, and having to deal with all of this all by yourself. Followed by the next thing, I would say, once your course is completed, how would you go on with the process over here compared to that I experienced in Canada? In Canada, I basically had the option to apply for my work visa, which I would get for 3 years since I did 2 postgraduate diploma. And then soon after that, closer to my final year or before that, I would be eligible to apply for a permanent residency by giving up my general IELTS, and depending on how much CRS score I would have in hand, and if I would have an employment or not, and if that employer would basically be helping me out to apply for the PR system or not. But over here it's slightly different. Over here you have to apply for an OPT, optional practical training, and then you would in the future apply for a H1B. But citizenship or green card is extremely difficult process over here. So you're kind of just over here in USA. So if you were to travel back home, you really have to take up a lot of risk, and it's highly not recommended to do so. So you have to also find out the ways to bring your parents here to visit you, since you'll be over here and you won't be able to travel back home in order to just meet them, because it'll be too much of a gap that when you would be visiting your home country. So you would be applying to OPT everything with the help of your online applications and with the help of your coordinator at your university, and provide all the documents that are needed, make all the payments that are needed, and once you have your OPT, hopefully you should get your social, and then you can apply for your EAD card, and then you get a 1 year of visa where you can work, paid or unpaid, but make sure you go through the guidelines of how many hours you can work. Followed by, you will have 2 more years of work visa where you actually have to provide them a paid work, not internship but paid work job. So you would have to apply for that and give them proof, like where are you working. So you would need a sponsor, you would need a job to give you that offer letter that this person is our employee, and these many hours this person would be working under this role, and that designated role should align with your subject. So this is what my ongoing research was about, and I just decided to put it up there for everybody who are planning or thinking up taking up any of the degrees, or how the path over here would be for students as part of your student life and as part of your life over here itself, away from home. Other than that, I have a couple of vlogs coming up where I just explored New York and Chicago and Corpus Christi and a couple of other places, which I would be uploading. Do like and subscribe my channel and share with any of your friends who are thinking to take up studies abroad, because my video is not only informative, but I try to put all kinds of videos over here. So do keep up your support and love. Thank you so much. Recently I've been watching a lot of videos about adulting and how do you deal with life, so I just wanted to share my experiences as well, where I've experienced a couple of things where kind of can help you out as well. Basically, you would need to know a couple of information, like your credit card or your debit card might expire. You might have to open a bank account. You might need a groceries where you can get, that's the simpler part. But then you would need information where you would have to buy a car, where your car is not working. You would need a place to fix it. You would need a place to fix your pipes if the water is not working fine at your home. There is a lot of things that you would need to deal with all by yourself, but with an attitude of everything can be solved and everything doesn't need a reaction of the whole world is shattering. You can completely deal with any of it, so just keep that positive attitude and take everything as something as a learning and something as a challenge, instead of just dealing that your life is coming to an end and this is like life threatening. Of course you'll be very stressed by dealing with all of this, which was unexpected, and you might think, why are you putting yourself into this situation? But when you get those questions, think about the good times, or something good that has happened by being over here, even if it is small gift that you sent home, or small things that you got for your family, or done something for your loved ones, or for yourself as well, like maybe your degree, your education, or maybe helping out a friend, or maybe helping out yourself by, or go to the place where you always dreamt of, or where you not even dreamt of, like, oh my god, you did not even think in your dream that you would be going to that place. So just think of those good things, and that kind of would motivate you to go throughout your day and keep your life busier and keep learning, to keep focusing on yourself. So this is just the super budget friendly living cost in US for a month that I just looked up on chat, and this is what it gave me, that houses and renting or from 5 to 600 a month, with water, electricity, and other utilities like trash disposable and everything, is about 30 to 50. And then talking about groceries and food, that's again depending on individual. If you do it shared, it's a little budget friendly because there are more people. And over here at Costco and Kroger and other places like Albertsons, you get everything in larger quantities, unlike in India where we can just get a packet of literally anything and everything for maybe 10 rupees or 5 rupees. But over here it's just large quantities. And then so you can take a budget of 150 to 180, and then of course you have your transportations, and if there is any festival or anything, you'll have some clothings. So approximately, even if we see budget friendly, it's up to 1300 to 1400 depending on what kind of lifestyle that you choose. And mind you, this is only sharing, so this is very basic. I mean, everybody would know this, but anybody who's watching my video who is absolutely new, I would like to help them, to walk them through these minute details as well, because when we were back home, basically our parents were looking after all of these informations. We never knew how much would be for the groceries, or for even like simpler things like health insurances, and nobody prepares you for that over here. You'll have to find out by asking your friends and other people. But if you have this information yourself, it's very helpful, right? So I just wanted to add these things, these little minute things, just to give you kind of like a helpful site. Now these flight details I picked up because you will have to travel to your universities if there are residencies, if there are graduations. So you need to keep in mind even those extra charges will come up. And I keep saying your car because over here you will have to travel in car and you'll have to maintain it. And there are chances that they might have some accidents, they might have a part that doesn't work, because you all take like second-hand cards, right? So there are chances that it might not function properly. So all these things need to be in mind, which nobody actually walks you through. And I just wanted to share my experiences from you, which might be helpful for you in the future. I would also say that over here you need to have a primary care. There are other doctors as well, but I'm not too sure if that's how it works. But in my case, I had to have a primary care. And then since my iron was low, the primary care doctor had to refer me to a specific doctor where I could get my infusions. So everything is through a referral, where they literally send all your lab reports, all your data, all your blood test, everything to them. And then it is a different altogether, a different organization where you'll have to call them, different hospital you'll have to call, set up an appointment and everything. So you'll have to go to that hospital. There are there are emergency rooms and everything, but the price is hefty. So if you're a student, you need to see what your college offers, what your university offers, or what are your best options. My main recommendation for you is always make a lot of friends, and try to ask them as many questions as you can, learn many things from them, share your experiences with them. So you have to help each other out. That's how you will know exactly. So this is one of the biggest chunk that you will have to think of, which is your tuition itself. Apart from your 1,400 or whatever the cost is for your monthly rent as well, you'll have your EMIs of your tuition fee too. So you need to think about all of it. How would you be paying if you have any other expenses or any other life, hobbies where you enjoy, spending money, or which requires additional amount, then keep that in mind as well. So that's how you go about this.
Fire went out, lights went down. When you feel lost in your shadow, don't feel alone, don't scream so loud. We are living in this cruel world, broken but strong, gotta move on. You're not a bakery of life. Equip my soul, find the real gold. I'll fulfill what I started. Went down. When you feel lost in your shadow, don't feel alone, don't scream so loud. We are living in this cruel world, broken but strong, gotta move on. You're not a